The second wave had fractured into ships maneuvering independently rather than as a coordinated force. The underwater threat, whatever its nature, was withdrawing. For close to an hour, this had been the most dangerous kind of naval encounter there is. Multiple axes, multiple domains, decisions made in seconds with consequences measured in ships and lives. And then, for a moment, it looked like it might simply be over. It wasn't quite. One Iranian surface combatant on the eastern edge of the fight was still moving, still accelerating, its radar active and its launchers intact, its heading pointed directly at the nearest American destroyer. At 5:33, with the range at just under 11 miles and closing, the SLQ-32 detected a hard fire control lock from that ship. A final bridge-to-bridge call went out and went unanswered, same as every call before it that night. At 5:34, the radar shifted from tracking to a tighter fire control mode, and the Hawkeye reported movement consistent with a launch sequence beginning around the ship's launcher section. 3 American platforms had a possible firing solution on that single ship: a Super Hornet orbiting nearby, the destroyer itself, and, at longer range, the submarine still tracking the surface picture. The captain chose the fastest option available. At 5:35, the Iranian vessel fired first, its missile lifting off in a bright flash and pitching toward the American formation. Almost simultaneously, the destroyer launched an interceptor, and the waiting Hornet released its own weapon toward the Iranian ship, so that for the next minute, there were 2 engagements unfolding in opposite directions across the same stretch of water. One aimed at America, one aimed at Iran. The Iranian missile stayed low, hunting for a lock, right up until the American interceptor closed from above and the 2 tracks merged at 5:36, ending in a flash low over the water and no missile left on the display. At almost the same moment, the American weapon reached the Iranian ship as it tried to turn away and deploy chaff. The impact struck near the forward superstructure. A second flash followed inside the vessel. Its radar mast disappeared into smoke, its electrical power flickered, and its speed fell steadily from 27 knots down to 11. It turned away from the blockade. Not, as far as anyone could tell, as a deliberate maneuver, but because it no longer had the means to hold its original course. At 5:38, for the first time since 4:37, the tactical display went quiet. No inbound missiles, no fast surface contacts closing, no hostile radar illuminating the formation. Helicopters were still airborne, fighters still on station, radars still scanning. This wasn't stillness, just the absence of active threat. One American destroyer reported superficial damage from missile fragments. No loss of propulsion, no loss of combat capability. The carrier never stopped launching and recovering aircraft throughout any of it. By 5:41, every element of the American formation had reported in green. Carrier, both escorts, the air defense commander. The line had taken fire. It had bent, maneuvered, redistributed itself under pressure. It had not broken. To the north, the surviving Iranian ships turned away. Some under their own power, one frigate still smoking heavily, the command vessel barely holding speed, the scattered fast craft no longer oriented toward the American